Good evening, it's Leanne Mills here. I just wanted to share with you tonight that I just finished eating another piece of humble pie. Yep, this evening it was really interesting. I was taking an order from a client and I was texting back and forth, and I've just really prided myself that I was just sitting there and being able to know how to use this technology in the last while. And we were going back and forth, and then somebody else's text message came in between. But it didn't register with me that it was something different. So here I am asking for the security code. And the answer that I got back was, well, where do you want, what do you want this for? And so I kept saying, well, it's just the last thing I need, and it's for the card ending in such and such. And it was like, well, but I don't have that card. And they had just supposedly put the information in themselves, and all that I needed was the security code. So this went back and forth for probably a good, several transmissions back and forth. And finally, in desperation, the person finally says, the only MasterCard that I have is a Hunt-Air card. Well, my husband works for Hunt-Air, and here he is on the other side of the world, and he's all the way over in Saudi Arabia, and he had intercepted my message in me sitting there and asking for this card, thinking that I was talking to the client. So anyway, it was very embarrassing to have to sit there and say, "Oh, no, I thought I was talking to my client." And so it just kind of reminded me, and it was just very humbling, that at times I still might seem technically challenged. And I can actually even remember another time, and my children love this story because we were taking this family photo. And I was sitting there and lining it all up, and I would get all the way over there, and I would go and set the button, and I would go to click it, and they would sit there and say, Mom, it didn't click. And it would I said, but it's stuck. And they would come over and they'd say, no, it's working just fine. And so then I would hold it up to my face again, just really, just right up here. And they would sit there and go, and I'd say, you guys, you don't understand. It's locked. It won't work. And they would come all the way over and they would go, Mom, it's not. It works just fine. Well, what was happening was my nose was sitting there. Finally, after about the fourth or fifth time, my nose was actually so close to the buttons that my nose was actually putting it on lock. But then when I would take it away, it would unlock it. So it's things like this, that sometimes that, we just kind of get another piece of humble pie. And so it just helps me to remember that, whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted. So I guess I'm getting ready to be exalted because I've sure had a lot of humble pie lately. But guess what? If technically challenged me, or according to my children, if I can sit there and run these businesses and be learning all this new technology, guess what? You can too. So click the button below and see what you can do and how that can affect your life and change it for the better. God bless you and have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.